Hi, everybody. It's Sybil. Welcome to our, it's a special show. Every Wednesday is special, but every day is special, I should say. Every day is special with this crew. However, it is also a warning, warning, warning. We're back to the dating game. Yes, that's coming
Whoa!
up. That
Well,
is coming up this evening. So let's
pew,
start
pew,
off
pew.
and say hello to Myra J. How you doing? Hello,
I'm
Stephen
doing
Hill.
just
How you
great.
doing?
Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
Quinn. How you doing? Yeah, I
I'm
want you all to tell me how
good.
you're
How
doing
are
right now.
you? I'm good.
Myra, what's going on?
I am doing just fine. We're drying out here after going through Tropical Storm Fred yesterday. I was happy to see any man come through here. So you know. And once again, he didn't stay long. One day, next day, I got up the next day, he was gone. So
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
yep.
Did
So
he at least leave some money on the pillow?
no, just like the others. No, nothing. Just a memory. Just a
Okay.
memory. Now
All
Fred is
right.
gone.
Okay. All right.
Freddie's dead. Yep.
So you got a lot of rain. We've been getting a lot of rain here as well. And which is unusual for Texas this time of year. Especially for the north part. The south usually gets a lot. Hey Quinn, how's it going?
Good. I'm back at Western Illinois to finish my final year of grad school. Hopefully we can maintain this
Woo, woo.
4.0. We drove all the way, from Georgia back home. So I'm here. Y'all get to see my actual apartment now.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
And that's not Airbnb. That's for
very
real,
No,
for
this is
real.
really
nice.
mine.
It's very nice.
Okay. All
Oh.
right. And Stephen Hill, how are
Hey,
you?
what's happening? You know what? Two things. One, I'm fantastic, living best life always as ever. Number one. Number two, I was not yesterday because I was knocked out in a non-COVID situation yesterday, like just knocked flat out.
What happened?
I don't cold. Remember the old things cold? Remember colds? Remember
I
like
remember
regular
colds,
old
yes.
COVID's colds? Yeah.
Mhm.
So when you have a cold, you have to treat it like a COVID, like stay inside, because as soon as you go out and cough for the first time, everybody's like, "Whoa!
Oh, no, sir. No,
Whoa! Dodging
sir.
droplet. Whoa!" So that's it. And more, well, 40 anniversary of this week of seeing the Jacksons Triumph tour. I'm most excited about that.
And may I just say that I have been enjoying your Instagram posts
Thank
from your Kodak film memories, Kodak camera film memories, where your dad probably dropped them off, and then we're able to pick
did.
up the pictures a couple of days
did.
later.
did.
I'm thinking that's what it was. But if you go to
was.
Stephen Grant Hill, you can see that.
Yes, on my Instagram takes it goes shot by shot from a camera I smuggled in to the Jacksons Triumph tour in August 16th, 1981, 40 years ago this week.
Wow, that was pretty awesome.
I did not
was
take that
really
picture.
cool.
Todd Gray took that picture. I didn't take that
Okay,
picture.
okay. Well, one of the most interesting things was, you guys, and I don't know if you saw this, but this was the very last picture, and it just took me back. The very last photo is actually like a half a frame that we often saw. This is before your time, Quinn, but you could often see, they give you a little half a frame. You can kind of get a picture in, and that's pretty much what it was, but it was awesome. Just absolutely. I mean, even with the effects of I don't even know what kind of Kodak camera it was, but it was just very cool. It was very cool and a fine memory.
Vivitar. Remember Vivitar? I don't even think Vivitar's around anymore.
Oh yeah.
Vivitar camera.
Nice, very nice. So that was a great trip down memory lane for me. So thank you very much.
My pleasure. So much
I
fun.
wish that I had had one when I saw the Jackson 5 for the first time at the amphitheater in Chicago with the Commodores.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
That was, by the way, that was 50 years ago this year. That tour,
Thank you very much.
That tour was 50.
You know what? I actually saw the Jackson 5 in Chicago at the amphitheater with my high school sweetheart. His dad was working security, and we were standing on the side of the stage. I will never forget the last song they sang was Never Can Say Goodbye, and Michael Jackson literally went, Never Can Say Goodbye, and dropped the mic, and they turned and ran, and the children were like a swarm of ants and ran over their parents over the stage and were just trampling people. And the Jackson 5 were just running for me, it was just a wonderful experience.
And that's why my mother paid my cousin to take me to that, because she said I cannot go with a bunch of little screaming 5 to 7, 8-year-old girls at the amphitheater. And so I guess it was akin to the Beatles before that. But anyway, she said no. Let's talk about what's going on in the news, you guys. Obviously, this has been a big week when we talk about the main topic that everyone has been talking about is the weather. No, I'm kidding. Afghanistan, obviously. And talking and the president doing kind of a pedal push kind of way, but not really. He's standing firm, but kind of backing off and letting some of his military and CIA people take a lot of the hit on this. And what they're talking about is, where was the intelligence in this, Stephen Hill? Where was all the information that people should have been giving the president as to how this was all going to work out, how quickly the Afghan army was going to back down, how quickly were the Taliban going to be able to come in and take over and just leave everything in just complete awful disarray.
I don't want to say that I have no idea, but I also understand that sometimes you have to take short-term loss for long-term victory, right? Mm-hmm. So the idea is you just got to grit your teeth and take all the slings and arrows that are coming your way right now, because in 5 years, 10 years, it won't really be remembered that much, right? Afghanistan is not registering on people's radar. I'm sorry, it is registering right now, but next week,
but next week, Sunday,
it will be gone. It will take one action for that thing to be gone in people's memories. And that's how people process different things differently than in the early 70s. When us of a certain age, remember the visual of that helicopter, the fall of Saigon, right? Mm-hmm. And so that stayed for years. This, all the people trying to get on that plane or trying to block a plane to Afghanistan will be taken over by the next TikTok dance that catches on. That's where we are. That's how we live.
Especially if it comes out of Afghanistan. If somebody's TikToking from Afghanistan, that's going to be lit. The most disappointing thing for me, Kwyn, is the loss of young women who are going to be affected by this. And I don't know if that is on your radar, but certainly they've made so many advantages and so many progressions in the last 20 years, and now it could be all for naught.
Yeah, it seems to really go back as if we're living in a real life. I don't know if you guys pay attention to The Handmaid's Tale that's on Hulu, with the amount of just lack of freedom that's given to women from their bodies is almost really like primitive in a way. And that's something that I have a growing concern over. I think a lot of actions and campaigns that are going on geopolitically seem so like out of reach during this pandemic, because it seems as if a lot of Americans were just focused on ourselves. But because such an imperialist nation, I think it really is, it's been high time, like since Cuba, since everything that we've seen gone down, especially now with the Taliban taking over, I think it's really time that we help out as much as we can. And there's a few things that people can do. I was looking at the Movement for Black Lives website because they have lots of petitions. But I think now it's actually time to give a damn about what's going on in the rest of the world outside of America.
And the one thing that we've been talking about a lot on the What You Need to Know newsletter, and we will continue to talk about that today, is what's going on in Haiti, and to give people perspective as to what else is happening. But Myra, I wanted to ask you, and quickly, from your perspective as a military mom and as someone who has been involved with people in the military, what do you think about the young men and women, or now they're older men and women, from over the last 20 years, and saying, what good did we do?
To me, this was a no-win situation from the beginning. How do you fight people who are willing to kill themselves for a living? Because America talks a whole lot of trash, but we ain't about to blow our damn self up. Let's just get real with it.
Wait. Every time I hear something that's unbelievably dope, we can't just let that go. How can we defeat somebody that's willing to kill themselves for a living, is what Myra said. Yeah. Take that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Take it and let it breathe for a minute. You're absolutely right.
But it's true. So that therefore my heart goes out to all of our military, because so many of them said, what was the last 20 years about? In addition to that, I also feel, what does it say for the Afghan government because they too played a part in this. You had 20 years to get your ish together, but they have corruption at the top. And after 20 years, America or whoever decides to leave, and you can't hold these people back for 30 days. And trust me, the first day, my heart went out. My first question when I saw all those people at the airport, I said, my God, where are the women? Where are the children?
Yeah.
I was
exactly
so
right.
concerned.
Yeah.
Where are they?
And that is still the question and the concern as we speak.
Yeah.
We're gonna...
Oh, no, just once again to our military, I just, my heart goes out because I just think so many of them feel like, what the hell was this all about?
Exactly. And that's the same question that they're asking. We're going to take a decided turn here and talk about what's really going on. And it's a lighter note because this is a day that we are also featuring love and dating and the possibility of love. And so I want to take a deeper dive into this particular listing, a posting on Instagram and Twitter that perhaps you all have seen. And it was a young lady. Her name is Hadia. And she said she had a coffee with a guy yesterday. When he went to the bathroom, the gay guy sitting behind me passed me this note. And the note said, "Too many red flags. Run. Be safe, girl." And so she asked the people, what would you have done? And so my question to you, as we go, because now it has come out and Hadia has given us a little bit more information. She was in Virginia with a guy. As I said, he went to the bathroom. And so description of this note that she posted, she tweeted it. And she said, the gay guy sitting behind her passed her the note, scribbled on the back of a CVS receipt. And it had a lot of legs on Twitter. And she has now followed up with a number of other tweets. One of the warning signs, and so now we're talking about warning signs. He's saying too many red flags. So we'll call them red flags. We'll call them warning signs. The two didn't see eye to eye on a number of different topics that the guy heard them having, amongst which the baby. Who sparked, of course, outrage earlier over his homophobic remarks. And she said she didn't specify which side she took in all of that. Another was this man's support of Kevin Samuels. Everybody knows Kevin Samuels. He's a YouTube dating guru who is urging a lot of women feel that he is very misogynistic, and males too. But he's urging his male followers to make misogynistic and even violent comments towards women. And so hearing this guy's like, run girl, run girl. So my question to you all, a couple of questions actually. First of all, have you ever been on a date where there were red flags, where there were signs that you saw and you chose to ignore or that you took heed of? Stephen Hill?
You're muted.
Can't hear you,
You're
Stephen.
muted.
Sorry. Yes, I have been on a date where the red flags came up, but she was so fine. Them red flags could wave all they wanted to. Oh, say, can you see? Flag, 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 flag. I can see the ass.
You said what now?
Nothing. And
Kwyn's eyes just got as big as teacups.
We have a new Kwyn face.
That was horrible.
Let's recap. Kwyn face number 1. Kwyn face number 2. We're good. We got this.
And
Kwyn, wait, Kwyn. You're going to try to tell me you've never been on a date and you got the red flag, but the person was so fine, you were like, I'm going to try to play this 2 red flags down.
It wasn't because they were so fine. It was because I didn't want to assume based off first impression. So I thought, okay, let's go on a second date and let me try to figure out why this person, he or she, will be saying this type of thing right now. And let's have more conversation. But no, I wasn't never basing somebody off of their body and dehumanizing them like that.
What part of a body is not human? What part of a body is not human?
Right now. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all see some booty and you forget the brains. That's what's wrong with y'all. What's wrong with y'all?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I want to be clear.
Stephen Hill, you just said she was so fine.
My point is, like, what part of the body
He's
is not
stumbling
human?
over his words.
What
Okay,
part of the
go ahead.
body is not human? What part of the body is not human? Help me out. If you
The
tell me that,
words
then I'm
that
good.
come out of her mouth.
You said ass. You didn't even say
What part
she.
of the body is not
You
human?
said ass.
How's that dehumanizing? That's part of the human.
You said you didn't say she was so fine. You literally said her ass was so fine.
No.
Her ass got up and walked
Play the tape.
All right.
Play the tape.
Okay,
Play
wait,
the tape
wait,
back.
wait,
That's not what I
wait,
said.
wait, wait.
Play the tape back. That's not what I said.
Okay,
I said
Stephen,
she
what
was
do
so
you
fine.
think you said? Because you did say ass.
At the end, I said ass. I said she was so fine, and then for a joke, I said that ass. Right, that statement. But it wasn't. I didn't say her ass was so fine. That's why I said she was so fine.
Okay, so
and I am not the only guy who's ever gone past 2 red flags because the person was attractive.
I'm saying that's wrong with y'all. That's what's wrong with
y'all. Oh, okay. Well,
Myra, what do you say? Myra, have you ever been out there and had these red flags come up?
Oh, honey, look, I've had flags, comforters, sheets, brick walls, buildings. Yeah. I reconnected with the guy like some 30-something years later, okay, and I suggested, and I've said this before, I will say, let's just go and have a drink or have a cup of coffee, blah, 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 because I don't know your financial situation. We're in Vegas, literally drinks and appetizers. We sit there, we solve the problems of the world, and the check been laying there, and he didn't offer to pick it up. And I'm not beyond treating a man to dinner.
Of course.
I'm really not. So I pay for that. Everybody know I like to play my slots. We go down, we play in quarters, and then he asked me, could he borrow $100 to get home because his car was in the shop. I hadn't seen this man in 30 years. And I was so proud of myself because I leaned over and said, no, you cannot. And I turned around and walked away and went to my room and was daring him to come. I was going to yell security so quick, but yeah, so that was kind of.
And had you seen that before? Like, is that why you all broke up? Because he was a cheap son of a gun man?
No. We never dated heavily, but he was a NASA engineer when I met him 30-something years ago. Yeah. You talk about somebody that fell off. Somebody fell off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Wait. JMJ5 living single. Yolanda Chica. JMJ5 living single.
What?
Oh, Mr. Jim. Went on a first date and he took another chick home. I still had a baby with him. Sometimes fine is fine, she said.
I ain't judging.
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
You just judged me. What are you talking about? You're not judging.
Well, that's what we're here for, to judge you.
Woman.
Oh, it's okay for a woman to do it. Oh, it's okay for a woman to do it.
I can hold you to a different set because I know you. I know you.
I got it. Okay.
Okay.
Rules are different, Stephen Hill. You know that.
I'm good with that. He says on a screen with.
Let me ask you guys: have you ever been in a situation where you wish someone had told you to run? Not where you chose to stay, Stephen Hill, because of that ass, but because someone told you that you were making a mistake.
Oh yes, please.
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
Okay, Kwyn, what you got?
If somebody would have told me actually, I try not to live without regrets because I literally can reflect and see how if I didn't date that person, if I didn't see that person, I wouldn't be the woman I am today. Like I wouldn't have the same type of social capital. But at the same time, I'm always curious, like if I would never date that person, where would I have ended up? So if somebody would have took a little index card and be like, run, girl, please. Next time I was going to do this. I'll be like, bet, we gone. Okay, well, and I'll be like, that person told me to run away from you. So I'm going to listen to God and I'm going to just catch you another time. But
And was this the first situation where you said you were giving that person a second chance that you just
No, I've done that
referenced?
multiple times. See, I'm too nice. If you ask all my siblings, they'll say I'm too nice. I'm the person I'll be like, oh, hey, how you doing? My little sister, she'd be like, yeah, we're not talking to, that's a nigga. Like, we're on to the next. My brother would be like, what? Why are you even entertaining this person? On to the next. But I'm like, oh, they just got out of college. Maybe they need time getting their finances. Oh, they never heard about this book. Like, interested. Oh, but like, now I kind of can't do that.
Okay. All right. Hey, Myra, have you been in that situation where, and a lot of this is Kwyn, a lot of this is recent knowledge for you, recent memory. For some of us, it may be a little bit more in the distance.
Well, you know what? Just because I don't like a lot of people. When I say I don't like a lot of people. I haven't had a lot of serious relationships.
No, she means it when she says she doesn't like a lot.
I don't like, I don't be peopling. I don't have 12, 15 boyfriends in a year. I don't like y'all like that. Like, oh, no. Keep them swipe, no. No. So my relationships have a tendency to be long, too long, because they're few and far between. And trust me, in the 2 longest ones, my girlfriends was like, "The hell wrong with you? Run, fly, jump, disappear, whatever. Use your black girl magic. Get out of there." Yeah, they told me. And I chose not to listen because for most of us, we don't see it until we see it.
Yeah,
people on the outside, can always see it before us. Yeah.
And Stephen Hill, did you finally come to your senses about that? With the girl.
Of course.
Was it quickly?
I mean, is 5 years quickly or no? I mean, when you're talking about the Mesozoic and Pleistocene period, then that's 5 years is like less than 5 years is pretty good, right? No, I'm just playing. I'm merely, I kid you. I'm kidding.
You can't.
You know what? You're a Scorpio man. I get it.
Then good. Then you understand. It's a perfectly reasonable reaction.
I would expect better from you, Stephen Hill.
No. I'm a Scorpio man. I'm an evolved Scorpio man, but I'm still a Scorpio man. I'm not going to deny that.
And Scorpio men are not going to deny that.
We are built differently. Y'all keep trying to build us like women. It's not going to work out for you at any point in time.
Hold on. What you mean built us like women? What you mean? What you mean?
For example, you gave the woman a pass by not judging when she did her action.
I gave the person,
but you're judging.
As a woman, I gave the person a pass because I don't know them. I don't judge people that I don't know.
You just judge people you know.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, I'll
but
take that.
Speaking of judging, let me ask you this quickly. Based upon this, could you be that person who passed the note? Could you be that person that okay, Stephen Hill, you've obviously seen another message. Do you want to read it?
No, I do not. No, I do not. No, I don't.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay.
No, I do not.
Okay,
no, I do not.
So let me ask you, could you be that person who passed the note to someone? Myra?
No. I have a tendency to, my name Bennett, I ain't in it. I feel like everybody grown. That's my saying. Everybody's grown.
If it was your niece, your favorite niece, and you saw her and you were sitting there going, "This Negro just ain't right for my child."
100%. 100%. If it's somebody you know, but the thing about this is that the person did not.
It was a stranger. It was a stranger.
Right.
Oh, I would jump in. If it's my favorite niece, I'd jump in the middle.
If
I'd be in the middle.
my niece, we leaving together.
And he just want to see that ass, right? He just right? Ain't nothing wrong with just the ass.
By the way, and if her best friend had come in and rescued her, well, I wasn't the bad guy. She was. But anyhow, that's another point. She'd have been lucky to stay around, but that's another point. That's another point for another time.
God.
Oh, Kwyn,
tell me I'm lying.
He's tossing them at you, Kwyn.
Tell me I'm lying. Kwyn, you trying to tell me that I would not be a good catch? Are you trying to tell me that?
Is that what we're doing today? Is that what we're doing today?
Well, no, y'all look like
never.
Okay, make sure. Because when I said she would have been lucky, all of y'all went back.
No. I thought you were saying that to get Kwyn's goat. What I'm saying is, Stephen Hill, you're probably the best catch that I know.
Now I feel like melting. I'm so sorry.
You are smart, you're funny, you're successful, you are very single.
And that ass is fine.
and I was going to say, and that ass
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you said. What'd you say? I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
That ass is pretty good.
I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
So, I think you're a great catch. Just like I think that, Kwyn is a great catch, and I don't know her the way I know you, Stephen Hill, but I know she's smart, she's funny, she's fiery, she's got a great ass. I've seen the pictures. I've seen the Turks and Caicos pictures, Kwyn.
By the way, You the one that posted them. You the one that posted them, Kwyn. We didn't go in there.
I
We
did
didn't.
not place them for the male gaze. Okay, I posted them.
Instagram does
And
such a
that's
great
when they
job of
see it. If
judging.
y'all end up liking what you see, if you got art, appreciate the art, and that's just on period.
Okay. All right.
That's
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So now it's time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for going and taking that deep dive into what's really going on in our dating world. Let's go to what you need to know. The What You Need to Know newsletter, as we have told you, is our weekday newsletter. It is written by a group of us, including a new member to the What You Need to Know news staff, and we will talk to him in just a few minutes. But we are talking about a number of different topics from politics to social justice, to health and wealth and business, and you name it, we pretty much cover it. That's where our young social justice activist comes in today, and I'm talking about the one and only Kwyn, she, her. And
Okay.
Kwyn, let's talk about your story, because this is a story I found very interesting. And as a matter of fact, I asked you for more information as you were telling the story of the New Jersey Four. Then it spotlights the violence against Black women in the gay community.
Yes, so on the evening of August 18, 2006, 4 gay Black women were targeted and viciously sexually assaulted. These women fought back and landed in jail. And during these Black Augusts, I mentioned that as Black August, a time for us to remember not only our freedom fighters, our ancestors, but those who are continuously trying to fight for Black freedom. It's important that we recognize that there are some people that not only are still incarcerated for fighting for freedom, but that have received some type of carceral punishment for literally trying to save their lives. So Patrice Johnson and 6 of her friends, all young lesbians, all young Black lesbians in New Jersey, were walking down 6th Avenue to hang out at one of the clubs, in the gay neighborhoods. And that's when this white man by the name of Buckle, he was 28, came out to them with a very obscene comment. And when one of the women tried to tell them that she was gay, the man got furious, threatened to rape the young woman to make her straight. And that's when the women decided to fight for their lives. And it ended with Buckle getting stabbed with a kitchen knife and taken to the hospital. The women were charged with gang assault in the 2nd degree, a Class C felony with a mandatory minimum of 3.5 years in jail. Johnson was additionally charged with 1st degree assault. Shanice Loyal, Lanaya Daniels, and Kamisha Coates accepted plea offers. But on June 14, 2007, Patrice Johnson, who was then 20, Denise Brown, who was 19, Terrain Dandridge, who was 20, and Renata Hill, who was 24, received sentences that range from 3.5 to about 11 years in prison.
3.5 years to 11 years.
To 11 years for literally trying to save their lives. There is a documentary about this. I found out about the New Jersey Four through a book called Mouths of Rain, which is an anthology edited by Brianna Simone Jones, which features lots of either Black lesbian erotica, but also really powerful stories. And one of them was featured about the New Jersey Four. And at first I thought it was fiction, but come to find out it's nonfiction. This is actually a real case. But there is a Netflix documentary called Out in the Night that actually reenacts this horrible assault. And this is something that happens all the time, right? Like the New Jersey Four, the New Jersey Seven is not something new. Black queer women, Black gender nonconforming women, or Black gender nonconforming folks are consistently targeted for some type of verbal or even physical harassment and assault. And homophobia and transphobia is a cancer to our liberation if we as Black people, particularly Black people, do not come together and learn to accept our kin.
It was really quite something, and the fact that this guy he practically walked away, right?
Yes.
In all of this, and just the story, and we're talking 15 years ago. And just it was really well done, and I found it just very interesting. I knew about violence and things like that amongst lesbians and homosexuals, but of course we know about the transgenders and what have you, which is horrific enough. But I just didn't. This was just a really interesting story to me. One of the other, so I thank you for that. I thank you for your story. One of the other things is a story that we talk about Haiti. And as I mentioned, we've been trying to keep people, because the Haitian situation happened just before the fall of Afghanistan. And want people to understand that I was thinking about, what does it mean for this country that they have endured so much, and the situation doesn't get any better. Myra, you talk about Afghanistan and people who are willing to die for whatever their cause is. But this is a people who are just there and at the mercy of the climate, the weather, of politics, of you name it, of graft, injustice. Everything happens on this particular island in this country, and it's not even the whole island, because they share the island, right? But it just really boggles the mind. And I don't know if it's because we were lucky enough when I worked with Tom to go to Haiti after the last major earthquake back in 2010. In which hundreds of thousands of people died. And we went there with an organization called MediShare, and we tried to do our best, to do our due diligence and volunteering for a week, which obviously wasn't enough time, but you fall in love with the land, you fall in love with the people. And now this country has another devastating earthquake where they still haven't recovered from the last two. Their president was assassinated last month, and that was not going well. Now they have a new prime minister, Mr. Henry, who is trying to get things back in order. It's just it just seems so.
And now the hurricane.
Yeah, and now the hurricane. It just seems so unfair.
It is literally, officially, hell and high water.
There it is.
Literally, it's hell and high water, and it started. Y'all check your history books, but talk about the French. French that came in, and they got their ass beat. They got that ass beat. Getting their ass beat cost a lot of money, and so when they went back across, they were like, either you pay us, or we gonna come back and cause you more challenges. And so the amount that Haiti had to pay. Anyhow, you look it up. So this is the start of the economic challenges that happened in Haiti, and then corruption. What is it? Nature abhors a balance. Nature abhors a vacuum, right? And so the absence of real creativity, real leadership, challenges in Haiti just have and then you got hurricanes, you got earthquakes, like all of this together is but other people have the French, and I love France, but the French from that time we beat your ass and now you got to pay us. Wait, what?
It's sort of like Afghanistan when you think about it. It's
imperialism.
Yeah. I mean, that's real. But let's take it from imperialism and take it down to the most common denominator, and that's the people who are still there and who are still suffering. And how do we counteract that? What do we do to bring about a better life for these people? We can give money, and hopefully we will. We can give of our time, hopefully we will. But is it going to do any good? And will it enrich their lives?
Well, that's the problem.
Or just get them from here to the next day.
Because people gave after the first major quake.
Billions
of dollars, and it was like 6 months later, and it was like less than a half dozen homes built. So as much as we want to give, you want to be sure that the money is going to go to the people who need it, and it's going to do a good job and not fill the pockets of the corrupt people. And that has seemed to be one of the biggest curses of Haiti. And not that devil worshiping story that's going around on the damn internet. You all stop that.
Do not donate to the Red Cross.
And then there's that, Kwyn, because there's all of these years in history of people donating to the Red Cross, and where is your money going to go? But luckily there are enough organizations that are being promoted on social media, like Hope for Haiti and organizations like that, where the money really does go to there. And you got to admire people with bigger names than ours, who have gone down there and tried to help and to become a part of of that country and to help people in housing and food, and even to the point of adopting their children. That are in, that were in the adoption homes and in foster care. So let's just try to, just do our best. I know we got a lot going on here. I know that.
Here's part of the challenge is it, and I think it gets worse with social media. Everybody wants a very, very quick solution, right? And so when you think of a tree, when the root goes down so far, your branches they're not gonna be a year above, 2 years, 10 years above ground and find a way to be able to move the way the roots are. The challenge is we as humans want things. To me, it feels like quicker and quicker every time. We want solutions. We want to see it. We want to see it on social media. Oh, it's solved. Fantastic. Move on to the next thing. And some of these problems we have take 50, 60, 70, 100 years to fix. We're not built individually for handling that reality. That's just.
Let's see. Yolanda, can you put that chat up? That comment? We have a member of the Stephen Hill fan club. Hello, Shantae Moore. Stephen Hill is a pretty amazing catch. Yes, he is. Absolutely.
I think he's blushing for the first time.
I know. Look at him.
Hold your face up. Stand up like a man, Stephen Hill.
Even the shiny spot on his deliciously bald
head. Let Shantae Moore see your face. Don't hold your head down. Come on. Look at him. Look at him. He can't even hold his head up. I love it. Look at that.
And Shantae, you will find no argument here, except maybe Kwyn.
I'm going to change my statement because my mom texted me, and yes, Stephen Hill, you're a great catch.
But here's the thing. Stephen Hill's a great catch for her mom.
I didn't say for my mama. I just said in general. And I don't want nobody to fight me. So like, I don't know what kind of situation you got going on.
I'm sorry.
Is a great catch. Stephen Hill is a great catch. Period.
That was the extent of the text. It was like there was nothing else on either side.
I don't want nobody to fight me, Stephen Hill. You know, a lot of people. I don't want nobody to come up and fight me. I don't want no trial. I don't want no baby mama. I don't want none of that.
Oh, you won't get that. You won't get that.
Oh, okay. Well,
but all you will get are Stephen, because as far as I know, even when he leaves them, they still love him. So, or they leave him. So you won't get any of that. You won't get it.
Keep that. Hallelujah.
So, I just want you all to, and Stephen Hill, I think you make a great point as far as the history is concerned. And yes, we are a society that wants things yesterday. And we don't have the patience, we don't have the time or the mindset in order to be patient about these things. And so we really do have to. I ask that we do consider doing what we can for organizations that are doing good things in Haiti. And as I was trying to say before, I know we've got a lot going on here. We've got homelessness. We've got hunger. We've got obviously we have a pandemic that is not ending. We've got just horrible people in political offices that we want to do something about, and voting laws and getting people to the polls and things like that. That's a lot. I know we got a lot, but maybe we can just, kind of move around a little bit and spread our resources around. And
you mentioned getting, is going to be long-term or getting from day to day. Sometimes being able to help getting from day to day is a huge thing. Like it's not either or makes it seem like it's either good or bad. Sometimes helping people get from one day to the next it's a real mission. It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time that you all have been waiting for the last couple of weeks. It is time for us to continue our effort, our journey to find a good woman for Cam. It started a few weeks ago when Kwyn was on vacation with her brother. And we saw this handsome fellow who was kind of there and wondered, and he came on with us. And she said, he's single. And she said she wanted to find her brother a good woman. And so give us a little, just a really quick synopsis of Cam, and then we'll bring him on. And Stephen Hill has now has a young woman that he would like to introduce. And so he's going to have that opportunity to do that too.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say about my brother? I mean, he's handsome, he's talented, he's a great older brother, but he's also a really, really great man that is a feminist. He graduated from UIC, magna cum laude.
That would be the University of Illinois, Chicago.
Yes. And now he is this playwright, he's an organizer, and he's doing really great things. And he's awesome at Mario Kart. So what? And he can cook, and he's vegan. Like, what else do you want?
And let me just tell you one other great thing. He is our latest contributor to the What You Need to Know newsletter. So you can read the fine words of Cameron Riley. Also, let me just say this. In our first week, we had a wonderful young woman by the name of Simone. Yolanda Starks-White introduced her. She is her sister, and just a really great reaction to that. And Stephen Hill said, well, I know some wonderful girls too. And so Stephen Hill, now would you make the introduction, please?
Yes, I will. I got it.
Hey, Cameron.
Cameron, what's happening? Can I do a theme? Can we have a theme song for this? Can we have a theme song?
No. You are the writer.
Can Cam find a woman for home?
Sashay
Can Cam find a woman for home?
And he gives all of the Kwyn looks too.
Ladies and gentlemen, straight out of Ohio, graduate of University of Kentucky, in I don't want to brag, but in New York, making her own money. I ain't gonna say how many figures she's making or anything like, but I'm just but she's making her own money up in here in New York, living life, and awesome people, loquacious and versecutive. I made that last one up. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mariah.
Hey, Mariah.
Hello.
Oh, Mariah with her hair down.
Mariah.
You mean now we mean business. Okay.
Mariah,
unmute yourself, Mariah. We can't hear you.
Mariah,
you're on mute.
My bad. There was stuff going on in the back, so I put it on mute earlier.
Okay.
All right, player. You got stuff going on in the background too. All right.
Yes. It's a little busy here right now.
So, Mariah, you're a little dark. We are
Okay.
seeing your beautiful face.
Let me see if I can move some things.
Okay, while you do that, you
Okay.
get straight there. Cameron, I want to ask you, first of all, Cameron,
Okay.
thank you for joining us on the What You Need to Know newsletter. We really appreciate your contribution and really a talented young man with the words. So thank you very much.
Happy to be here. Nice to see you all.
And just tell us, have you made any kind of connection with Simone?
Simone and I have scheduled a more conventional FaceTime date. So I'm
Okay.
looking forward to that next week.
Okay. And you're how old, Cameron?
I am 30 years young. Thank you.
Okay, excuse me. I remember those days. I'm 30 years young. And Cameron, you are looking for a woman of what age?
Yeah. So I think the question, I think the answer to that is I'm looking for a woman of what age, open doors or closed doors. If we're considering an open door policy, I believe she needs to be about 28 to 34.
Okay, so 50 is too old for you. Okay, enough there.
Yeah.
All right.
Behind closed doors, there are some negotiations that can be made.
Okay. And so
Oh my God, I'm looking into the
that's
future. And this is gonna be a
Mariah,
challenge.
that's great.
There we
Okay,
go.
Mariah, now we can see your
Cool.
beautiful face. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So, Mariah, let us ask you, single, never married, any children?
Never married. No children. Not at all.
Okay. May we ask how young you are?
Yes, I'm 29. I just turned 29 last week, actually.
Oh,
Happy belated birthday.
an August
Thank
baby.
you.
Okay, great. We love August
Yeah.
babies. And what do you do, Mariah?
Oops, sorry, light went out. So I actually just started a new job at Daily Pay. It's a fintech startup company. I work in business development and partnerships. So I basically bring in human capital management companies.
Stephen Hill, anything you want to bring up here? do you want to introduce?
She's awesome. What you want to know? She's awesome. What else?
Okay, all right, Cam. So we're gonna let you go. We just tried to lay the groundwork there. You have any questions for Mariah?
Yeah. First of all, Mariah, nice to meet you. I know we had some lighting issues.
Nice meeting you.
But from the
Yeah, sorry about that. I guess it got dark real fast.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was going to say from the silhouette preview, I was already smitten. Thrown completely off guard. Yeah. So, thank you very much for meeting in these peculiar circumstances. My sister, it is my sister's hope that I find myself a good woman. But let's leave my sister out of this for a second. It's just you and me right now.
It's okay. I understand. My sister feels the same way. She's waiting for me to meet someone, so I get it.
And not to mention Steve.
And Steven, he's been on my back my whole life, asking who's in your life, when did you find the one? Come on, it's gonna happen. Yeah, so I get it.
So I feel like everyone out here, is just checking the boxes. I want to know something on your list that is absolutely non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. I would say emotional intelligence. I feel like a lot of people actually don't have that. And I guess second, kind of tied for first, is empathy. Those seem like very basic qualities that you would hope a lot of people look for in a partner, but it's hard to find. So yeah, those are my two big ones. Those are absolutely non-negotiables. But I also have a whole list of things too. On different levels. So.
Yeah, and I'm really sensing that you're the kind of woman who knows what it is that she wants and she's not playing any games. And so I really want to put the ball in your court here, and I want you to grill me because considering your caliber of woman, I want to make sure that I'm right for you. So. Please.
Okay. I definitely appreciate that. I think first and foremost, what are your family dynamics, and when you do decide to settle down with someone, have a family or not, what are your goals there?
Yeah, so I am the only boy of 5 sisters. And me being the only boy born to my mother is a connection between her and God that I can never hope to understand. My mother is obviously an incredible woman in my life. When it comes to my wife automatically becomes number one. And my family understands that. I'm incredibly tight with my family. I've been living with my grandmother, my mother, my aunt, my cousin in very close proximity for quite some time. We spend a whole lot of time together, and we know one another very, very, very well. We're the kind of family that loves to just kick back and chill and communicate. And I feel like that's an art form that has been lost over time.
Okay.
What about you?
All right, I appreciate that. So I do have a sibling, a younger sister named Mallory. Everyone thinks that we're twins. We're 20 months, 7 days, 9 hours apart. Yeah.
The hour. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Her personality is pretty much just like mine, if not a little bigger. She is the one who actually has jokes, though. I'm very dramatic and I can be very animated, but she actually has real jokes. I have 2 parents.
Sensing a little pragmatism, coupled with a little seasoning of sarcasm in there too, if I'm not mistaken.
I can be pretty sarcastic. I definitely can. My parents, they really are great. I do love my mom. I love my dad. I think they've been great role models for both me and my sister, especially my dad. He definitely has a lot of qualities that I'm looking for, in a man. So I've really had a really good example growing up. What a man should be, how they should treat a woman, all those types of things. So definitely a very good family dynamic there.
Can I jump in here for a second? Mariah, what do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? So I definitely love reading and writing. In my job, it's not a very creative job, I will say. And those are my 2 outlets that allow my creative juices to really flow. Also, I'm obsessed with music. I wish I had any sort of musical talent. So I'm always listening to music. It's always on.
And Cam, tell her about you.
I was going to say, first we need to swap playlists sometime.
Yes, we could do that.
But I love to read and write as well. I'm a creative, and so I'm always looking for inspiration to intuit new ideas. I work out a lot. My go-to hobby,
Okay.
like everywhere around the city. But
Nice.
my my main hobby is just focusing on my nutrition, and I like to play video games too.
Okay, awesome,
And Cameron
awesome.
is,
I
is
definitely
also
appreciate the
preparing to
health
go to
part.
graduate school. Just want to throw that in there too.
I am going to be pursuing my MFA.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Creative writing. Yeah.
Okay, love that. That's really awesome. I think my next question.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. And while you're asking your question, I want Kwyn and Steve to come back in as well.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead,
I think my
Myra.
next question, one that I think is really important to ask in the beginning, what is your love language, both giving and receiving?
Yeah, so I feel that everyone has a language that they prefer to give and languages that they prefer to receive. I prefer to give my quality time because I'm a man of intention. I'm a man of follow through. I also like to give words of affirmation, and I love to give a very thoughtful gift. Something that I've learned from getting to know you over time. Something that you will becoming. What I prefer to receive, it varies on the person. Honestly, I would. Yeah, it really depends on what kind of energy that I'm matching with. But nothing can go wrong. I'm a creative, and I really enjoy those words of affirmation, and I really enjoy quality time.
Okay, awesome. Love that.
Big cousin Steve, do you have anything you'd like to add here, or little sister Kwyn, do you have anything that you'd like to ask of either of the perspectives?
Oh, I can go first. Okay. So do you support Black Lives Matter?
Obviously.
You know what? I thought it was too, but then poof, pop out.
That's actually very fair. That is very fair. I left New York for a little bit, went back to Ohio. That's where I'm from during the pandemic. I needed a little break from the city, came back. And while I was there, I was like, ooh, there is a reason why I left here. So I get where you're coming from.
Prison reform or prison abolition?
Oh, that's a tough one.
God, these are different. The first date questions for me.
I know these are also like really intense. I'm gonna go with reform right now. I think we could have like a real discussion about it. But I'm gonna go with reform.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Steve, we lost you. You coming back?
No, I'm following Kwyn's lead. When Kwyn goes away, I go away.
Okay. Do you have a question to ask, Steve?
No, mine would be a math question. No. Where would you like to go on your first date, Cam? Where would you take her on a first date?
Mariah, you're a woman who I can see really enjoying their conversation, and I don't want anything to get in the way of that at all. And Chicago and the greater Illinois area is known for its beautiful scenic views of the plains and of the hills. And I would take you on a hike during the midday, get to know you a little better. After that, I would hope that I can take you out to dinner. And if you're not annoyed with my presence, I would love the pleasure of driving you home afterwards.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, just as long as it's not too hot during that hike. First day, I'm gonna be like, I'm hot, I'm sweating, my hair is up, I can't breathe. Yeah, so as long as it's not too hot, I'm down. And I could do a hike during the day. I'm a very city girl. I will admit that. If anyone ever asked me to go camping, peace, never gonna work. I can't do it.
My kind of girl. What about you for a first date, Mariah?
First day. Okay, so I actually have a rule. Usually first date, I either do coffee or drinks because it gives you like 30 minutes and you can decide if you want to entertain this more or not. So I'm like, I can get out of this really fast if I have to.
Yeah.
But I'm also like a pretty simple girl when it comes to like the actual date. I do want to have really good conversation. I'm not expecting anything super extravagant. But yeah, so as long as we're in, a great safe environment and we can have really great conversation, I'm down for whatever.
Cool. Well, let's do coffee because I don't drink. I'm very sober.
Okay, cool.
Can she drink?
Yeah, am I allowed to drink? Because then that
This could be a deal breaker. This could be the deal breaker.
Jose, that's gonna be a problem.
This could be the deal breaker.
I love tequila and I love wine.
This could be the point. Right here. Cam, think carefully.
Steve or Quinn, do you all have anything?
Hey, Cam didn't answer the question.
Oh, you can drink. It's fine.
Oh, phew.
Okay, cool. That's all that matters. Yeah.
Girl, I was nervous for a minute.
Well, he wasn't saying anything, so I was thinking maybe we should just keep it moving. But okay, all right, okay, all right. You guys, thank you so much. Quinn, would you like to? You have a closer or anything you want to close with? A prayer?
Yeah, I don't really have much to say right now.
Wow, that's unusual. Okay, all right.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Good thing,
I don't
trust.
know if it's a good thing either there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and But my mama is texting me that's good, so I don't know.
All of my sisters have to convene right now. That's what.
Right. We all tuning in right now. It's about
gosh.
Oh, that's great. Before
That's a
we
lot
go,
of pressure on me.
I want to suggest that we'll get you guys connected in some way.
Okay.
I know old fashioned phones and stuff, or FaceTiming or whatever. We'll make that happen. I want to thank you, Mariah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
That was a lot.
Mariah.
It was fun.
Really a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hey, I was nice. Steven, was I not nice?
You were wonderful. You that went
Okay,
much better than I thought I was gonna go. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought that was.
I can be a little bit of a diva, but I was open to it.
You were.
Here we are.
Somehow that works very fairly in Stephen Hill's family. Okay. All right. So I want to close out by giving yogis jewels. This is an inspiration that we give every day, you guys. Create a sacred and protected space and dwell in it. So inhale protection. Exhale all threats.
Condoms.
Like the police.
Did you say condoms?
I said like the police. He said exhale. I exhaled the police.
You didn't hear me.
I'm sitting there going, wait, I know I heard the word condom.
I'm not
exhaling
talking about
condom?
no sex, no pee, no nothing.
That's with my zen right now.
Sorry, you said inhale protection. When inhale protection, I was like, condoms. Okay. By the way, I would like to just because I never bypass a moment to embarrass any parts of my family. Sheikah, if you would please. So there you go.
Oh my God, Steve.
That would be Mariah and her younger sister Mallory. That
she's gonna kill you.
Oh,
yeah,
Steve.
no, I'm deserving that. I'm deserving of that death. All right, take a Chica. Just had to do that. Never pass the opportunity.
Okay.
Your eyes are not red anymore, though. That's a good thing. Your eyes are not
Quinn,
red.
obviously, it's you can bring on an embarrassing picture of Cameron if you have one next time. As we wrap this up, and this is the wrap up, Stephen Hill.
I said condom. Y'all said wrap up. See, that was the difference. What's the difference?
Thank you for noticing. Thank you for seeing the connection there. Appreciate you. Stephen Hill, last week we talked to you. You were in a strange hotel room with white naked women.
Yes,
on your wall.
On the wall.
So obviously you haven't moved. What are you up to? What are you doing?
Let's see. I'm trying to stay healthy. Got Sirius XM coming up this week, and just enjoying life. Just really happy because Shantae said I was a good catch. So what's better than that? Like Shantae Moore said I was a good catch. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
And Myra and Jay and I are in Quinn or chopped liver. Okay. And so who's on Saturday night on your Heart to Heart show?
I am gonna be by myself. I'm playing some music. I have no idea what it's gonna be yet. It may be some Jacksons to do the 40th anniversary. I don't know.
And Michael's birthday.
And Michael's birthday coming up next weekend.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Somebody else's birthday is coming up.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah.
Somebody. Is it
Quinn? When's your birthday? When's your birthday, Quinn?
My birthday's November. I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, Myra, when's your birthday?
March. I'm Pisces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right,
somebody else.
All right, hey, have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
No.
Waitresses.
Birthday girl.
Send wishes to
birthday girl. Birthday girl.
Friday
Birthday
is
girl.
Sybil's birthday, everyone.
And Kwyn, good luck on your final year. We wish you all the best to keep up the great work in our newsletter and in your schoolwork. And Myra, you got anything going on?
Oh, no.
All right,
I
everybody.
do have some uncles I can send your way, Myra. Like for real talk.
Okay. Later, though, we will not be doing this on the show. I can tell you that right now. No, that's a deal. That's the first deal breaker right there.
Kwyn, I wish you hadn't thrown it out there so soon.
I just thought about because Myra, you're a great cat.
Yes,
Really
I
Great
am.
catch. You're great
Yes,
catch.
I am.
Absolutely.
But I'm old school. No. I'm not knocking how they do it today, but we ain't gonna meet on Tinder Boo now.
Okay.
How about on Tinder Sybil? Okay, bye everybody.
Bye,
See ya. Thank you.